This is my Novena laptop. This was a crowd supply project, and I got one. There's a keyboard on the front there. It's a bit unusual because it opens up the opposite way to a normal laptop. It's got all the normal bits and bobs in there. There's a battery, there's an SSD, there's a main board, there's a few other PCBs and so on. It's quite good for hacking. It's got a lot of extra hardware that's uncommitted and various things you can plug into it and so on. Problem I had was that I used it for a bit and then I put it away and the batteries discharged. Now I think it might have been due to the battery board. This is the battery board, and I managed to charge it up with a bit of fiddling and everything was okay, but then the next time I turned it on, smoke, the magic smoke escaped from the battery board somewhere. I can't see any damage on there. I thought I did when I originally saw the smoke come out. So this doesn't work anymore. The battery board's dead. So I've decided to try and use it as a desktop. Now I've cut a hole in the case there and accessed this power connector instead of this one here. And it does power up, but the LCD doesn't work, and I think the reason for that is that there's no pass-through board here. So when you operate it as a desktop, you have a PCB that similar form factor to this that replaces this, and I think that's providing some power or something that I need in order to get the LCD powered up. This cable here is a debug connector which goes into a serial port here. And when I boot it up, that comes up and tells me that there's no LCD supply. So I think that's the problem. It still works on HDMI, there's HDMI here, but I'd like to get the LCD working again. So I had a look for the pass-through board, and they're not available. But it doesn't matter, because that symbol there says this is open hardware, and the Gerbers are available. So I've sent them off to have some boards made up, and I've ordered some components, so I'm going to have a go at building my own pass-through board. Now the only component that I couldn't find was this SATA connector here. It's on back order, so I might have to wait for that to turn up, which shouldn't be too long. Or I could desolder this, so I might do that, because this is, well, it might be fixable, but I should be able to desolder it without too much or any damage to the board, hopefully. So I'll see if that turns up. But the idea is to build a pass-through board using all the information that's in the repositories and so on, and hopefully fix this and turn it into a desktop. So I'll take the battery out, won't use that, and have the pass-through here doing whatever it does. I'm not really sure what it does. I think it connects to, I think it connects to that. No, maybe it doesn't, because that goes to the battery. Everything here goes to the battery, I think, apart from something, maybe, no. Well, anyway, there's some switches at the front there, and they run through somewhere. How do they get to the main board? Yeah, not sure. But anyway, that's the plan, to build a pass-through board and see if I can resurrect it and get the display working. Otherwise I'm going to have to use it as just a compute node with no screen at all.